Noby enters the game world of the Fantasy Three Swordsman, accompanied by an elf who looks exactly like Shizuka. Soon, a torrential rain of arrows shoots toward him, and the flying elephant general of the demon army charges straight at Noby. To save him, the elf breaks off a corner of the moon. The deflated moon carries Noby away from the war below. The elf tells Noby that he is the chosen silver swordsman whose destiny is to defeat the demon king. However, at this moment, Noby's strength is no different from that in the real world. But the weaker a person is in reality, the greater their potential is in the dream world. After telling him this, she disappears. Noby climbs out of the river and walks into the dense forest, where he meets Sunio and Jian. Unexpectedly, even in this other world, he still ends up being their servant. The purpose of their journey is to head upstream along the river, where a giant tree stands wrapped in white clouds. The silver swordsman's silver sword and armor are placed at its top. As long as they obtain the sword and armor, they will be qualified to challenge the evil dragon. By killing the dragon and bathing in its blood, one can become immortal. The three arrive beneath the giant tree shrouded in clouds, and Sunio and Jian both begin climbing. Seeing how the tree towers into the sky, Noby feels it's impossible for him to climb and gives up. Later, when Noby goes to the river to fetch water, he discovers the deflated moon from the night before. An idea strikes him, and he blows the moon full again, rides it to the top of the giant tree, opens the treasure chest, and takes out the armor and arrows inside. After gaining extraordinary power, Noby doesn't make things hard for Jian and Sunio. Instead, the three form a small team and prepare to slay the evil dragon. At this moment, Doraemon appears and explains that the dream machine has malfunctioned, causing dreams and reality to reverse. Dying here now means real death. Noby is full of confidence and believes there is no enemy in the world he can't defeat. Doraemon says it's not impossible to return to the original world, as they can use the remote control to actively cancel the exchange. When they reach Dragon Valley, they meet Princess Shizuka. The king demands that Shizuka marry the future silver swordsman, but she refuses to marry a stranger and secretly leaves the castle. After learning that Noby is the silver swordsman, she claims to be a wandering swordsman and wants to adventure with him. Noby defeats the evil dragon all by himself, but when it's time to deliver the final blow, he hesitates. He feels that humans are too selfish to seek immortality, and he can't bring himself to strike. At that moment, the dragon awakens from unconsciousness, senses Noby's kindness, and never attacks again. To help Noby defeat the demon king, the dragon tells him that if its sweat is added to a hot spring, anyone who bathes in it can resist death once. Noby and the others bathe joyfully, while Shizuka feels shy and says he isn't dirty and doesn't need to wash. After bathing in the dragon spring, they arrive at a city surrounded by demons. With the power of the silver armor, Noby easily defeats the flying elephant general. However, Doraemon's magic pocket is snatched away by a long-beaked bird. The birdman reports Noby's combat strength to the demon king. That night, the demon king launches a surprise attack on the city. Thanks to the silver armor, Noby withstands the demon king's hypnotic assault, but fighting alone, he still loses one chance at revival. Noby's confidence immediately collapses, because he knows that the world of the Fantasy Three Swordsman is now the real world, and death here means true death. Just as the demon king is about to deal Noby a fatal blow, Noby suddenly disappears. It turns out his mom was calling him downstairs for dinner, and when he didn't respond, she mistook the dream machine for a TV and pressed the button that swapped reality and dreams, thinking it was the power switch. After waking up, Noby is so scared he nearly wets his pants and completely loses interest in the game. However, later that night, the guide elf from the Fantasy Three Swordsman appears angrily and says that it's easy for them, since they woke up and nothing happened. But what will become of the fate of the people of Yamuruman who were left behind in the dream world?